Hello there, Lena. Alright, so good work. See, the issue of whether people control technology or technology controls us is a debatable topic over the last 20 years. Okay, or even better, has been a debatable topic because it's something, and this way we're going to use the present perfect. And we're referring to something that's true in the past, recent past, and still true to the present day. Okay, I believe that all technologies are designed to help human beings and they should adapt to us. Good, otherwise people will overvalue them and make them the most important part of our life, which would be wrong. Okay, so be careful, we don't want to mix up the subjects, okay? Otherwise people will overvalue them and make them the most important part of their lives, okay? Which would be wrong. Also, I would have just deleted this and I'd have said something like, this essay will look at these issues using examples from Oxford University and Russia to demonstrate points and prove arguments. And then it's a grammatically perfect sentence. It's entirely relevant, so definitely advise that. Firstly, some people tend to rely on technologies too much. Often they have become accustomed to use them on a daily basis and subsequently can imagine their life without using them. Good. For example, recent research made by Oxford University found that modern children have more problems with spelling than their parents used to have due to the fact that they usually type and the computer corrects their mistakes automatically. Good. Therefore, instead of helping us, technology may result in lack of some important skills, or may result in a lack of critical skills or lack of important skills. We don't need some there if we've got that in plural. Okay, good work. I'm just going back to the introduction. It doesn't seem to correspond. Okay, it doesn't seem to be coherent. Here you're quite favourable towards technology. Here you're not. And this is an issue of coherence. Okay? Yeah. So here it seems like a drawback, but we haven't mentioned anything negative there, so be careful. Secondly, nowadays, our life is very easy because of technologies. We hardly do any difficult mental work which can affect us detrimentally. Okay, so how do we transform this so we don't have as many personal pronouns in there? Well, we can say, secondly, nowadays, life is considerably easier because of technologies. Often employees hardly do any difficult mental task which can affect them. Okay, often employees hardly do any mental work, comma, this can affect them detrimentally. Or even better, this can affect them detrimentally. So I decided to write about employees, okay? Just because then we don't have to talk about us and we, okay? Secondly, I had to split this up because it's not clear. We hardly do any difficult mental work which can affect us detrimentally. So it's almost the same as saying we hardly do any work or any detrimental mental work. You're basically saying that the mental work is detrimental. So there's a bit of an error there. It's much better if we say we hardly do any difficult mental work, comma, this can affect us detrimentally. Okay, now it's clear that the lack of work is what's the detriment, the lack of mental work. A survey, not the survey, a survey commissioned by the Russian Center of Statistics showed that 40% of young people in Russia face difficulties when they need to learn information by heart because they normally do not do it. Okay, consequently, if people lack some vital physical or mental activities, their muscles and brain start working more slowly. Okay, that is the great example how technologies may make us less intelligent. Very good for task response. We've done really well. Perhaps we could have just used 1 point here because I think we're a bit over. Let's check. 263. Actually, we are over, but it's not too bad. Where are we? There we go. So, let's carry on. Consequently, people lack some. Okay, so once again, we could have said consequently, if workers lack some vital physical or mental activities, their mental muscles and brain will most likely start working more slowly. Okay, so have a look at the final chapters related to hedging. And this is why I keep putting in often and frequently and putting adverbs of frequency there. To conclude, while evidently technologies have improved our life considerably, there are still a number of drawbacks. Good. It will not be surprising to see that attitude towards technology in our everyday life will be changed in the future. Excellent. So it'd be much better if we said it will not be surprising to see attitudes towards technologies in everyday life changing in the future. Okay, it's just easier to read there. And once again, I'm removing these personal pronouns. Okay, so good work for task response there. Adapting here, that's fine. And intelligent here. So that's really good. Well done, Alina, for spotting that. Yeah, so good work there. Let's carry on with this one. This one was over the word count, so be careful. Okay, the bar chart illustrates the prediction of how many people from different countries will have visited London, Paris, Madrid, and Istanbul by 2018 or in 2018. I think it's in because it says for 2018. But don't worry, you used this tense excellently. So that's well done. Very good. Well, very sharp, Alina. The majority of people from Mexico are expected to go to Madrid, approximately 65,000 per year. Then Paris, 25,000, followed by London and Istanbul, both equal at 20,000. Fantastic. Very good. We've got the list in there and we've managed to group the information. Really good. That's exactly what we need to do in the exam. We need to group it. So as for Canada, or as for Canadians, they predict to choose Istanbul the most, or visit Istanbul the most, 70,000, which is 20,000 more than the second most popular destination, London. Good. 45 and 30,000 people will probably visit Paris and Madrid respectively. Excellent. This is really good. Here, because we've used this structure already, we can also say 20, 0, 0, 0, 3 zeros, and likewise here. Here's a tip as well. Don't mix them. Okay, so if we're going to write out the full number, make sure that all of the sentence has the full number. We can also say 45k. Okay, so just different ways of putting it. Regarding USA citizens, as it is expected, most of the Americans will go to Paris, 100,000, followed by London, 80,000, Madrid, 70,000, and Istanbul, 60,000. So this is basically the same as this sentence. Very similar. Why don't we put stuff like the and Istanbul is expected to receive the smallest amount of visitors at just 60,000. Okay. So here we're going to use the superlatives, and we're also going to use a little bit more of an expression, like just 60,000. Okay. overall. Well done for using overall. Another way we could have improved this would be to say this is followed by London at 80,000, whereas Madrid and Istanbul, whereas Madrid will receive 70,000 and Istanbul comes in at just under 60,000, for example. Okay, so the main thing is to put some comparisons in there. Okay, while, whereas, overall it is clearly seen that people from each country tend to have a clear preference over other cities. Good. It is Madrid for Mexicans, Istanbul for Canadians, and Paris for Americans. In addition, as it follows from the prediction, considerable high amount of people from America will travel in total. Excellent observations there. That's a very good summary sentence. Very, very impressed. So good work. More comparisons, more superlatives, and we're going to be scoring very well for this part of the exam. So good work. You know what to do now. Update your error list with the errors. Put the corrections in that you've heard from the video. Send me back the modified error list. Send me back the corrected essays. And then write 2 new essays. Remember to check them for word count and for errors made previously. Okay, Alina, let's keep moving forward.